Hi, I'm going to teach you 4 ways to open an essay. These examples are based on Eyes of the Emperor, which we read in English 7 by Graham Salisbury, a book about how after Pearl Harbor was bombed, the Americans of Japanese ancestry were questioned. Their loyalty was in question. No one knew, were they loyal to America or were they loyal to Japan? But in this book, it's very clear the main character is an American of Japanese ancestry. That's AJA for short. And he and his family want to prove their loyalty beyond any other desire they have. That's the main thing, is they want America to know we're on your side, not on the side of Japan. So that the essay is this essay that I'm making up, I'm just pretending I'm writing an essay, is going to prove that Eddie Okubo, the main character, will do anything, and to the degree that it makes him heroic, to prove that he is loyal to America. That's my thesis, that Eddie's effort to prove himself loyal goes to any extreme, and he's quite heroic. So 4 ways you can open an essay are with a definition, a quotation, an anecdote or example, or a setting. And I'll explain each of those one at a time. So let's start with definition. So a definition is easy. It's just what it sounds like. And most people have tried this way before. So it's kind of the easiest way and maybe the least impressive way, because it's so easy to do. Anyway, I chose the word gambare. You can choose an English word. It means persevere in Japanese, and I chose it because Eddie uses that word whenever he's struggling. He tells himself, gambare, hang in there. So here's the definition opening to an essay. Gambare is the Japanese word for perseverance. The word is used to encourage those going through hardships to hang in there. And then I would continue the essay to say, Eddie shows tremendous perseverance through his ordeals in order to prove his loyalty to America. It would continue. You could also choose a word like honor. Honor is a word that means whatever it means, and then show how that relates to your main character, Eddie, too. Okay, so any word related to your topic can be looked up, and you can start with the definition. All right. The second way I'm going to show you today is a quotation. A quotation can be from anyone on your topic. In my case, I looked up the word honor. I'll show you just how I did that. I think it was on Safari, yeah. You just go to google.com and you look up that's the wrong, okay. You look up quotations about honor, and then it'll give you a whole list here. Click on any one of them and you'll get a whole slew of quotations about honor. Okay, and pick the one that matches your topic the best. I picked this one by Joseph Addison, and I looked him up. I did not even know who he was. So he's an English essayist, poet, playwright, and politician. I probably should have known who he was. Quotation. Joseph Addison said, quote, "Better to die 10,000 deaths than wound my honor," end quote. After the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, the loyalty and honor of Americans of Japanese ancestry, AJAs, was in question. The AJAs showed a heroic willingness to endure anything, even to die, to recover their honor. Okay? So that's the way you start with a quotation. You just Google quotations on whatever your topic is. That's kind of a neat way to start. A third way is to tell an anecdote, which is a small story, or an example that's related to your topic. My topic is about being brave and honorable and enduring. I can get an example from anywhere. It can be outside of the story, or it can be in the story. This one I chose is from in the story. It's when Pearl Harbor was being bombed, that actual day, because that's part of the story. So here's how that one goes. On December 7th, 1941, as Japanese Zeros blasted Oahu with deadly bombs and bullets, the streets of Honolulu were madness. Eddie Okubo, too, ran around wildly. However, he was desperately seeking a ride to Schofield, back to his unit where he could defend our country. Okay, so that example, you can see clearly, is going to be proving that he was heroic. Even when we were being bombed, his first concern was defending America, not I've got to get myself safe, but I've got to do what I can to defend our country. That's heroic. Okay, so an anecdote is a small story or an example. It can be from within the story or taken from outside of the story. The fourth way, last way I'm going to show you today, is using setting. Any kind of setting from the book, or I guess could be from an outside example, that shows something you want to prove. In this case, I'm taking a setting from the story where Eddie has to hide in a swamp with all these scary creatures like water moccasins, which are poison snakes, in order to train dogs to attack him. So this really scary thing, but he endures it because he's so concerned about proving his loyalty to America. So this one reads like this. He creeps through and into the swamp as quietly as he can, keeping a wary eye out for moccasins, alligators, and who knows what else lurking below the murky water. Just as he settles down low, keeping just his face above the water, he hears the attack dog barking. He has been scented. It is only a matter of time before he will be fighting for his life. Okay, it's meant to be dramatic, right? I'm trying to, again, show that he was heroic. Okay, so those are 4 ways you can open an essay, right? You see them here? And I, Miss Till, would like my students to try each of them. I'd like to see one of each. For the same essay, try it each way and see which one you like best, but I'd like to see all 4. Your teacher might assign you something different. You can ask. All right, thanks. Bye.